I've decided to take a look at multiple launchers here on Microsoft Surface Duo. I am most interested in launchers that can look like Windows 11. So this is another one. It's going to look similar to the last one that I kind of used as a demo that I hope that the Microsoft Launcher team looked at. That's because they're all going to be fairly similar. This one here, I've gone through a little more detail. You can see that it's a little bit long video, a little over 10 minutes, but I'm going to go over every point and feature of this particular launcher. I'm not recommending that you use it. I'm just throwing it out there as something to look at. You may have issues. I'm not going to be shocked if you do. I saw some issues, especially with the previous version. This particular version came out while I was recording the video. I went back and looked at it. I did use it for part of the video. You can't really see anything. It looks like a few things were fixed. So anyway, give it a look. Computer launcher is spanned across two screens. And as you see, we have a kind of Windows 11 look. The start button, it is not an exact Microsoft Windows start button, but we're going to start there and move ourselves across the toolbar. Start by touching the start button. Okay, touching, and there is a confirm to enable blur. Yes. Next, grant permissions. We see all apps, and on the left, we see pinned apps. This is a very familiar Windows 11 look. The toolbar already has some apps pinned to it. For some reason, it has two message icons, and what I'm going to do is remove one of those now. I will touch and hold, and then select the unpin app. I'm going to change that Edge application that you see in the toolbar from the released version to the Canary version. So what you do is you touch and hold the icon and choose Change App, and then a list of your applications will appear. You browse down. I'm going to go down to Edge Canary, and once I find that, I'll select it, and it's changed. To the left of the tray option, you see a contact option. We'll show you where to remove that later. And then the expand up for the tray actually brings up recent apps. This is common among all of the computer launchers, or at least most that I have looked at. And then to the right of the recent apps, you'll see your clock calendar. And then finally, to the right of that, you'll see the notifications. Okay, now that we've seen that, we will move to the desktop. And here on the desktop, you can see what look like familiar Windows 10, 11 desktop icons, along with some application shortcuts that are installed. And finally, you see some widgets. So I'm going to clean this desktop up. First, we will remove the S22 Galaxy shortcut that you see there. So what we'll do is we'll touch and hold until we have the pop-up menu, and then we will select Remove. I do the same for Google, remove it. I'm going to also remove WhatsApp. I don't really use WhatsApp, but I'll remove that. I'll keep YouTube, but move it down here. Then over on the right, you see the two widgets, the Google search bar and the time widget. I am going to remove the Google widget as I do not use it. I use Bing. We'll come back a bit later and add the Bing search bar. You have to drag it down to where it says remove. Unfortunately, on the Duo, that's right where the gap is. So this is one of the issues of not being dual screen aware. The half of the R all the way over to the O is kind of cut out. But anyway, we'll drag it down to where you see remove, and that will delete it from the desktop. Heck, let's just go ahead and add the widget now. So what we do is we touch and hold the desktop, and up will pop the, I don't want to call it settings, but it's kind of a menu option here. And you'll see on the left, maybe towards the middle, it says System Widget. We're going to select that, And I don't know why that came up, but let's get it out of the way. And let's scroll our widgets to the Start option. I like to use the search bar from the Start app. And there it is. So we'll scroll over and find the rounded one. There are two search bars. I like the rounded one. Just kind of touch it, and it's going to ask you about permissions to put it on the desktop. And there it is. Now you can drag it around like you would on any launcher. The placing is not exactly like you would want, so I'm going to have to move that time widget down, then move this up, and then I can move the time widget back up and make it kind of like it was before. On the desktop, you see a user icon, this PC, theme, recycle. There's wallpapers here as well. I will start with user, touch it. I need to give access, and which means I need to name it. I'm going to go the slow type way and type in the name that I want to give this device, which will be Surface Duo. Then done. This is the free version, so down at the bottom you'll see an ad pop up. This happens throughout the settings. What we have here under user are your normal folders that you would expect: documents, downloads, pictures, and videos. Now on the left hand side vertically, we've got icons to take us to other areas. First is this PC. And when we select it, what we will get in addition to these folders is the local disk. So you can use this application as a file manager. If I select local disk, you'll see the folders that exist underneath, and we can copy, paste, and do all your normal file management type of activities. The next one down in that vertical list is your pictures, where they're stored. You'll see different folders here for applications and where they put their pictures. That looks like the video icon, but it takes you to the camera. Here's the My Music, Documents folder, Downloads, an FTP folder, LAN or network. Back out at the desktop, I'm going to look at some other launcher settings. Go to launcher menu, touch and hold the desktop to bring up the launcher menu. And here we can see themes. Now here I could go navigate and find various themes. Right now it's using the home launcher. There is a Windows 10 theme, and then there's S21, Win 10 Dark. There are a lot of things, but I'm going to end it here. Color options. But I'm not going to make any changes to them, just give you a quick look. There are wallpaper options so that you can go in and select new wallpapers. Already showed you system widgets. And so what we will do now is add a page. The two dots shows that I have two pages now. Pull to the left, and there it is. Desktop icons, you can choose which desktop icons are available. I don't want the wallpapers one, so I'll turn it off here. I do want the network one, so I'll turn it on. Click OK. Refresh desktop. Or lock screen themes that you can choose. Wallpaper from your camera, wallpaper from gallery. Launcher widget. Now these are widgets that come with the launcher itself. There's only a few here, as you can see. Let's look at remove a page. If you're going to remove a page, make certain that you're on the page that you want to remove first, then remove it. You can create folders to put apps in, and finally there is settings. Under personalization, you can remove ads. You can set backgrounds. There are themes and icon packs you can obtain. You can set taskbar colors. Here's what it looks like. Let's get back to the launcher menu and then back into settings. So what I've seen is I like to set the grid size to medium, so we're going to do that now. Now we're going to switch to security. You can set a pin, which is used for things like lock screen, show hidden apps, lock file manager, enable launcher lock. Next is system widget. These are the various system widgets. Next, let's take a look at apps. There are apps designed for computer launcher, and you can create shortcuts to installed apps. You can see here some of the advanced features. Enable blur, disabling Cortana since Cortana is no longer a thing. You can have a transparent taskbar, show the contacts down in the taskbar, and show the taskbar time. You can also control gestures. Well, look there, the Bing search bar has been moved over. I'm going to have to move it back over here. Next, we'll look at how to pin an app, but first I'm going to remove WhatsApp. Now I'm going to go find Microsoft Authenticator in the All Apps, and we're going to pin it. You press and hold the icon, and then you select Pin App. Then let's switch back over to Pinned Apps, and there it is, Authenticator is pinned. So next, let's pin Outlook down on the taskbar. Find Outlook. Press and hold the icon and then select Pin to Taskbar. And that puts it in the taskbar. Now let's take OneNote and we're going to create a shortcut, same method, to the desktop. Okay? And now you can see OneNote on the desktop. Okay, so now we will open some applications and just look at how things work with this launcher. First, we'll open Microsoft Edge Canary here on the left-hand screen. So let's drag it over to the right-hand screen. All right, now let's open up another Edge browser. Now that it's open, I'm going to throw it back to the background. Now I'm going to go and open up the Microsoft Start app. Now over on the right-hand screen, let's do a task switch from that version of Edge to the other version. So you can see that works. Now let's move Edge to the left screen, and then we'll bring up Start on the right-hand screen from the task list. There it is. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, thumbs up. Give it some likes, share, comment, tell me what you think, what you're using, what you'd like to see. Subscribe if you find the content here worth subscribing for. And finally, thanks for watching.